Coach, what a difference a night makes, that's for sure. Your evaluation of your squad tonight in this 34-point win.
All right, well, first of all, I'll get to that in just a second. I know I'm in New Orleans, Louisiana, a long way away from the East Coast, but Georgetown is in the Big East Finals, my man Patrick Ewing. And so with a day off tomorrow, we're going to be watching him take his shot at getting in the NCAA tournament. He's done an unbelievable job. So, all right, as far as our approach, I mean, look, it was just totally different. Our energy and intensity were different right from the beginning. One of the big emphasis Fred Vinson had in the scouting report, especially when they decided to go big, was we're going to have to do a great job on the boards. I mean, Kevin Love, great offensive rebounder. Larry Nance, great offensive rebounder. Jared Allen, great offensive rebounder. Isaac Okoro, great offensive rebounder. And our guys met the challenge. 70 rebounds in the game. I don't think I haven't seen that with one of my teams. We did a great job there. We defended. They had a tough night shooting the ball. Garland's a big miss for them, no question. But our guys did what they were supposed to do. And as I've been saying to you and to them, Zion actually gave the speech after the game as me, knowing exactly what I would say. So we let him give the speech. But it's all about consistency. And we say consistency. David Wesley was just talking about it. I don't usually catch his stuff, but David was just talking about it that, the shooting and stuff, it's going to come and go. What we're talking about is a consistent energy and approach. And so it was great to see it tonight. It was a great response off last night. But you can't have those games only when you're responding to a bad game, or you can never put anything together. So as happy as I was to see it tonight, we need to have that kind of approach every night. Doesn't mean we're going to win every game. Other teams are out there playing too. But you need that kind of consistency. So I'd like to see something at that level become more of a consistent thing.
Coach, can you take us inside what Z had to say to the squad?
I'll let Z tell you if he comes on. So he did a pretty good imitation of me. He didn't try to do my voice like Dwight Howard used to, but his words were pretty well right on, about what we had tonight. So if you get a chance to talk to him, he can give you the speech.
Coach, you mentioned it was a tough shooting after Cleveland, but how would you assess your defensive rotations? Because it looked like that they were pretty solid most of the night.
Yeah, I thought we played well defensively. I did. Listen, when you're evaluating your team, to be honest, it's always skewed a little because the other team and how well they play has something to do with it. And so, they missed some makeable shots, so your defense looks better, We didn't shoot the ball well either, though, tonight. Our three-point shooting in March has been, not good. In February, we shot like 39% on almost 33 attempts. 5 games in March, we're shooting like 26 attempts and shooting 26 or 27%. So those troubles continued. So it's not like we just had a hot shooting night. We actually really struggled from the perimeter. So we did it with our defense and our rebounding tonight, and that was a good thing. We got up 101 shots, so, pretty good. And Z and Brandon in very limited minutes were very good.
Well, you mentioned limited minutes because your bench played a lot of minutes, and Jackson, second straight game, played well, but it was good to see the bench not give up the lead as they did last night. As a matter of fact, keep it consistent and extend the lead. So when your bench plays like that, you're such a much better team.
Yeah, listen, we started okay, first quarter, and then the bench built it a little bit, and then the starters came back in, which sometimes has been a problem for us, came back in at the end of the second quarter and really took it forward, and then came out of the locker room and put it away, which has not always been the case either. So it was a pretty consistent effort tonight. Those kind of games are feel-good games for teams when everybody plays. We unfortunately let Minnesota do it at our expense last night, and it's a fun night for a team when everybody gets in the game and gets to play and gets to be part of it.
And Christian Clark here. I mean, you've talked a lot about Jackson and the need to just have that consistent motor. What have you just thought about the motor these past few games and the few games before the All-Star break?
Yeah, listen, he's been good. He's doing what we need him to do. So that has emerged as probably, well, I wouldn't even say probably. That's emerged as our deepest position right now. I mean, we're 3 deep with quality guys, and so Jackson's played well, and brings that energy to the game. We just want him to continue with that.
Yeah, Coach, I gotta say, my dad is a diehard Georgetown fan, so you're probably his new favorite coach now. But how much do you think that the time off really helps Steven? It seems like he's moving around a lot better, 2 high rebound games back to back for him.
Yeah, I thought he was our best player last night, too. I really thought he was good. Yeah, he's played great, and I'm sure the time off helps a little bit, and, trying to manage some of that in this second half is going to be key. And so hopefully, we get good minutes out of Jackson. We got Billy right there all the time, and we don't have to wear Steven out. Last night, pretty tough night early because we were matching his minutes to Towns. The only thing that ended up saving him is that we didn't keep the game close enough, or he would have had a big minute night, but he was great tonight.
Hey, Stan, you kind of mentioned last night the issue is with the consistency is not necessarily energy to start games or anything like that. It's sustaining it all the way through. Is there a difference in a night like this where clearly your guys are able to sustain it and go forward? Is it just playing with the lead sometimes? How would you sort of just break it down to say, all right, these are the nights we play 48 minutes and some other nights we play 8?
Yeah, well, I mean, I think one thing, it's a pretty natural response from last night, right? I mean, you're embarrassed. We were all embarrassed. I was embarrassed. They were embarrassed. They respond. We had that game in Phoenix early in the year where we got blown out, and our next game was Oklahoma City, and, we blew them out. And then we had the collapse here against Phoenix, the big fourth quarter collapse, and we came back with the biggest comeback in franchise history the next game against Boston. So our guys are resilient, and they respond to games like that pretty well. But you just don't want to have response. You don't want to have those games, or at least very few of them. And so that's where the consistency comes in, and we've just got to be better.
Thanks, Coach. We're all set.
All right.
All right, Christian, why don't you start us off?
Right. I go right here.
Okay, yeah, this is about the camera.
Hey, Jackson, Christian Clark here. What have you just tried to bring to the game these past few games since you've been back to rotation here?
I'm really just trying to bring energy to the game whenever Steve comes out, because Steve's plus minus in the game so good, and I mean Steve just has such an impact on the game. I got to come in and do the same thing pretty much, just in my own way. So that's my main goal really. It's just to come in and bring a lot of energy, get blocks, just set screens for guys, get them open, stuff like that.
Yeah, you were getting consistent minutes early on in the season, and you had that stretch of a couple weeks where you kind of fell out of the rotation. Just what was the message from the coaching staff to you during that time when you weren't playing, as far as what you needed to do to get back out there?
I mean, they really just kept on telling me stay ready. And I was just kind of working out with Coach D. House and lifting with Bove and doing my extra conditioning, just staying ready. They just told me to stay ready pretty much, and just learn and get better from that little experience.
Jackson, I know you and Steven, I mean, you affect the game in very different ways, like different styles of playing their position. Is there anything, being teammates with him that you've picked up about just like, this guy's been able to carve out like 10 years in the league and just as a pro or anything like that?
Yeah, I mean, he always teaches me like little just like keys of being a big man, just like position so I can go get offensive rebounds, just like little stuff like that. I mean, and then just watching him play. I mean, hopefully, I could be in the league as long as him and just watch what he does and just try to emulate that.
Yeah, it was a season high for you in scoring tonight. It seems like you're getting a lot more opportunities on offense as of late. Is that something you're doing differently? Is that just comfort in the system? I guess how would you assess it?
I just say it's a little bit of comfort in the system and just the guards doing a great job getting me the ball right now. Guys are coming up a lot on them because they've been making a lot of shots. So it's just been leaving me open, which has been nice.
Thanks, Jackson. We're all set.
Thanks, guys.
What's up, B.I.? We used to seeing you bounce back pretty strong whenever you have a rough night. Just what was your approach early on in this game? Knowing how things went last night for you guys.
Well, my approach was just to make sure that I brought everybody with me tonight, going in with the intensity, a sense of urgency, and on the offense and defensive end, just communicating and doing whatever I can to affect the offense and defense without forcing it and doing it in the right way.
Brendan, how encouraging was it to see you guys just sustain it for 4 quarters? And I mean, not just the starters, the bench, it was kind of everybody tonight for all 4 quarters.
Yeah, I mean, the energy in the room was good. We knew exactly what we wanted to do. We played loose, we played free, everybody got to their strengths on the basketball floor, and we continued to do it. We knew in the 3rd quarter that we had to make a huge push so we can keep the momentum in the game, and that's what we did.
Stan mentioned that Zion did a little Stan Van Gundy impression after the game. Maybe not the voice, but did he get like the words and the sentences right?
Absolutely. I don't think he missed a word. It was right on cue. Something that we kind of hear from every single time that we play, and it's always just encouraging us to move on to the next one, trying to stay consistent in what we do every time that we get to a high point and just trying to stay there.
And how encouraging has it been to see Jackson kind of re-earn, I guess, his spot in the rotation, the way he's played as a look to get those minutes at backup center?
Well, it's good to see him out on the basketball floor, see him doing what he does well. I think behind the scenes, which you guys don't get to see, but he's still working. Even though he's not playing on the basketball floor, he's still working, coming in with his routine every single day with his players and skill development coach, and he's doing everything he can to stay ready. So it's not a surprise to see him go out there and be really good and staying ready when he's on the basketball floor.
All right, we're all set. Thanks, B.I.
Thank you.
Did you get it to go?
Yes.
Ah, you did? Yeah.
I've been wanting to try it, so.
Because it sucks, 'cause I think you could get any of the raw bar when you get it to go, is that right? Yeah, bro. Should go there. Oh, look at my hair. Nice.
All right, Christian, you can go ahead.
Steven, are you feeling any better physically after that week off?
Yeah. Feels good.
You okay?
I mean, a week of playing is, a week off is better than that.
What have you kind of seen from Jackson, a young guy who kind of lost his spot in the rotation there for a little while and then just kind of re-earned it back as of late? Because what have you seen from him, the way he put in to make that happen?
I mean, he's just sticking to his job, man. He's working hard. He's been, even when he wasn't playing, he's working hard. Being disciplined, watching video. And he's just he's playing with a lot of energy, mate. You know what I mean? It's good stuff. It's good mentality to have. To be expected, though. I'd be shocked if he shied away from that sort of stuff. You know what I mean? Especially at this level. So, well, for me anyway. It's to be expected, especially if you're a fucking big. You know what I mean?
Steven, how encouraging was it to see, not only the good start, but just sustaining it over the 4 quarters tonight? I mean, a complete performance for you guys.
We did an okay job, but still goes both ways. I think they're bloody struggling as well. You know what I mean? So it's, you can't. Well, that's how I look at it. We can't take full credit, although you can cause an argument for it, right? Say that we caused them to do that, but I mean, again, they're just struggling tonight. Find rhythm and all that sort of stuff. So we'll take a bloody win, mate. Put it that way. Take a win.
And have you seen anything quite like the swings you guys go through, like what you looked like last night versus what you look like tonight, and just how it changes so much for you guys throughout the season?
Have I seen it before?
Yeah.
Yeah, see it all the bloody time, mate. Happens all over the league. Sure, sometimes it just doesn't bloody go your way, you know. I mean, it's not like the intention is there, but obviously the execution needs to be more optimal and whatnot, right? And so that's where you could kind of pick at it afterwards and all that sort of jazz. But yeah, I mean, this is what the league is, man. You just, even tonight, we got to win, and it's like, cool. I mean, next one. You know what I mean? Like, so what, next one? We still have a lot more games to play. There's bigger fish to fry. You know what I mean? Is that a term? You guys use that here in America?
Yeah, that works.
I'm trying to learn the lingo. Trying to assimilate to you guys here, mate. Yeah, fuck.
But we also heard from Stan that Zion did a little bit of an impression of him in the locker room after the game. How would you rate Zion's impression of SVG after the game?
I mean, everything was on target. He just needs to have bad breath. Oh, nah, just tell him I said that. Too far, eh? Too soon. I guess Jackson's starting now, by the way.
All right, Steven, we're all set. Thank you.
Cheers.
That was amazing. Thank you.
Cheers.